Semitism. The term Semitic originates from the biblical figure Shem, Noah's son, meaning descendants of Shem, like Hebrews, Arabs, Assyrians, and Arameans, are considered Semitic, forming a linguistic and ancestral group tied to the Middle East and North Africa. Though the term's modern use, especially anti-Semitism, arose in 19th century Europe, sometimes diverging from strict biblical lineage to refer to Jewish people, converts. Biblical origin and meaning. Ancestor of Abraham. Shem is an ancestor of Abraham, linking Hebrews, Jews, and Arabs through a shared lineage in this tradition. Linguistic and ethnic scope. Semitic languages. The term also refers to a family of languages, Arabic, Hebrew, Aramaic, Amharic, spoken by these peoples. This is where the confusion and debates come from. It is assumed and accepted that converting to or adopting the language and/or culture of Semitic peoples somehow makes one ethnically Semitic and therefore entitled to land, spiritual inheritance, and every other trapping deemed desirable by the usurpers in question. Geographic spread. Semitic peoples historically inhabited the Near East and North Africa. Israeli prime ministers and the Hebraization of their names. Many Israeli prime ministers, particularly those from the founding generation, Hebraized their surnames upon immigrating to Palestine or when entering public service, a practice strongly encouraged by David Ben-Gurion to foster a new, united Israeli identity. This tradition of adopting Hebrew Semitic names was common among early leaders to better integrate into the emerging Israeli society. Here are some examples of prime ministers who changed their names. David Ben-Gurion changed his name from David Grun. Moshe Sharett changed his name from Moshe Cherdak. Levi Eshkol changed his name from Levi Yitzhak Shkolnik. Golda Meir changed her married surname from Meyerson to Meir in 1956. Menachem Begin changed his name from Migzislav Begin. Yitzhak Rabin changed his name from Yitzhak Rubitsov. Yitzhak Shamir changed his name from Ikak Gziernicki. Shimon Peres changed his name from Simon Persky. Ehud Barak changed his name from Ehud Brog in 1972. Ariel Sharon changed his name from Ariel Scheinerman. While current Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu did not change his name, his father, Benzion Malikowski, adopted the surname Netanyahu. The lineage and mixing of Edom. Ishmaelites. Genesis chapter 28, verse 9 explicitly states Esau married Mahalath, Ishmael's daughter, specifically to appease his parents after they expressed displeasure with his Canaanite wives. Japhethites and Zepho. The connection to Japheth, Europe through Zepho, comes from rabbinic traditions and the medieval book of Jasher. In these texts, Zepho, a grandson of Esau, travels to Chittim, often identified as Rome or Italy, conquers the land, and merges the line of Edom with the descendants of Japheth. Hamites. Genesis 26 and 36 document Esau's marriage to Hittite and Hivite women, who belonged to the Canaanite lineage descending from Ham. Semitic status and Israelite distinction. Semitic identity. Because Esau was a direct descendant of Shem through Abraham and Isaac, the foundational lineage of Edom is Semitic. No claim to Israel's covenant. Biblically, the spiritual and territorial covenant made with Abraham and Isaac was explicitly designated for Jacob, Israel, and his descendants. Edomites are distinct from Israelites and carry no theological claim to Israel's specific physical or spiritual inheritance. Divine allotment. The allotted territory. As noted in Deuteronomy chapter 2, verse 5, God allotted Mount Seir specifically to Esau's descendants, a boundary the Israelites were ordered to respect. Theological boundaries. Mainstream biblical theology agrees that Edom's physical and spiritual boundaries were fixed by divine decree, meaning they could not claim the specific blessings, land, or messianic lineage reserved for Israel.